Hello everyone, I am Mr. Sunil Kumar, Assistant Professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering at the esteemed AJ Institute of Engineering and Technology, Bangalore. As you know, dear students, our AJ Institute of Engineering and Technology is the Center for VTU. It's a VTU Extension Center at Bangalore. It is located in the heart of the city of Bangalore and approachable for anyone who is traveling from anywhere, easily approachable. It's a very good institution. Okay. Coming to the lecture, I am teaching you the course finite element analysis as per VTU syllabus. The course code is 17ME61. Until now, we have completed 4 modules and we were dealing with the contents of module 5. In module 5, we have dealt with axisymmetric analysis and numerical problem. We have learnt about shape function, stiffness matrix, and how to analyze an axisymmetric triangular element and related force vector we have learnt. So in this regard, I have shared 3 videos until now. This is the 4th video. In this regard, I will be teaching you about the basics of dynamic analysis. What is dynamic analysis? Okay. Whatever we have learnt until now, the analysis of a 1D bar element, analysis of stepped bars, analysis of beams, analysis of truss elements, heat transfer elements. We have considered that all those elements, all the analysis are time independent. We assume that the solution does not change with respect to time. It's a time independent problem. But there are some cases in which the analysis should be time dependent, such as vibrational analysis. In dynamics of machines, DOM, we have studied in module 4 about the vibrational analysis. What is mechanical vibration? How it is time dependent? What are the parameters should be considered? We have studied already in the subject of DOM in semester 5. Now, let us apply finite element on such problems now. Okay. Now, before going to the concept of finite element analysis of such cases, let me brief you about what is dynamic analysis. Dynamic mechanical analysis is generally abbreviated as DMA, dynamic mechanical analysis. It's also known as dynamic mechanical spectroscopy. Okay, dynamic analysis spectroscopy means to analyze any member, it may be structure or a machine element, generally machine element, or sometimes any bridge type of structures are also subjected to dynamic vibrations where analysis should be considered with time also. Okay, such a study is known as dynamic mechanical spectroscopy. It's a technique used to study and characterize the dynamic materials, the materials under vibrations to be particular. This type of analysis is most useful for studying Viscoelastic behavior of polymers. Viscoelastic behavior of polymers. Some materials, such as polymers, which is having the nature of viscoelastic, means there will be continuous change in the properties with respect to time. Such cases we apply. Here the stress applied is sinusoidal in nature. As you know, all vibration problems are assumed to be simple harmonic in nature, which can be expressed in the form of sine wave, where its amplitude, velocity, acceleration, all the things will change with respect to time. So, the applied load also is considered to change with respect to time, which means the stress applied is sinusoidal in nature. And the strain in material is measured. The stress applied is sinusoidal in nature, and the strain is measured means displacement is measured. How? By determining the complex modulus. It is done by determining the complex modulus. Also, the temperature of the sample or frequency of the stress are often varied. You see, sometimes temperature is varied for some cases, sometimes frequency is varied for some cases, which leads to variation in the complex modulus. This is how analysis is done, physically or experimentally. This approach of analysis can be used to locate glass transition temperature of material. This is the application of dynamic analysis. This approach can be used to locate the glass transition temperature of the material. This is one of the important applications, okay, of dynamic analysis, as well as to identify transitions corresponding to their molecular motions. Not only glass transition temperature, this approach is also applicable to identify transition corresponding to other molecular motions also. So glass transition temperature as well as molecular motions also, for these type of cases dynamic analysis is applicable. And due to several type of dynamic analysis and different mathematical form of each, some knowledge of both physics of dynamics and manner in which physics is represented is important efficiently for dynamic analysis. What is important for dynamic analysis is physics of dynamics, the physics of the problem. What is the type of structure used? How the velocity is varying? How acceleration is varying? What are the parameters affecting? Whether it is damped, whether it is undamped. All these physics of dynamics should be considered. The types of load applied, the types of equilibrium, types of boundary conditions provided, constraints is the physics of dynamics. And also manner in which physics is represented means the mathematical representation of the physics is the manner of representation of the physics mentioned here. These are the important parameters in dynamic analysis. Once again, dynamic analysis is abbreviated as DMA. It is dynamic mechanical spectrography. It is used in viscoelastic behavior of materials. Stress applied is sinusoidal. Temperature or frequency change is done. This approach is useful in gas transition and molecular motions. Okay, this is importance of dynamic analysis. What is difference between dynamic analysis and static analysis? Until now we have studied different types of cases. Analysis of bars, trusses, beams, etc. In all the cases which are time independent, also known as static cases, okay, we have used the equilibrium equation as K into Q is equal to F, where K is stiffness of the element, Q is the displacement, and F is the force vector. Q is sometimes can be represented with the notation U. However, KQ is equal to F means the force is directly proportional to the stiffness and displacement, or the product of stiffness and displacement is equal to force. We do not consider the mass of the member, or we do not consider the force due to mass of the member. Okay, but whereas in time dependent problem, whereas in this case, that is dynamic analysis case, where time is important, where the problem depends on time, where the solution depends on time, where time is the important parameter, in such case, such as time dependent problem, the stress analysis is done by considering the equilibrium equation as KQ plus MA is equal to F. KQ plus MA. We have to consider the mass of the member, mass of the element into acceleration parameter of the element. Acceleration parameter of the element. Both we have to consider, where MA is equal to what? The force, acceleration force. The force due to acceleration is mass into acceleration. Okay, that force we have to consider is equal to the applied force F. KQ plus MA is equal to F. KQ plus MA is equal to F is the important equation in dynamic analysis. What is the difference between static and dynamic analysis? In static analysis, K into Q is equal to F. In dynamic analysis, KQ plus MA is equal to F. Note, the displacement Q can also have notation U. The displacement Q can also have notation U. This is very important. Further, I may write Q, I may write U. Don't be confused. Okay. However, you have to follow any one notation in the exam, but some textbooks write U, some textbooks write Q, some use both. So that is why you have to understand how to use these two notations. However, Q is the notation for displacement, U is also notation for displacement. Where M is the mass of the element, as I told, M is mass of the element, A is the acceleration. A is the acceleration. The two basic aspects of dynamic analysis differ from static analysis. The two basic aspects that differ of dynamic analysis which differ from static analysis are: the first one, dynamic loads are applied as a function of time or frequency. Static loads, we do not consider time or we do not consider frequency. Whereas in dynamic loads, we consider the loads are applied, the dynamic loads are applied as a function of time and frequency. The second one is This time or frequency varying load application induces time or frequency varying response due to applied load which is time or frequency dependent. Load which is time or frequency dependent. The response is also time is depending on time. The response whatever we are getting, the solution whatever we are getting is also depending on time or frequency. Both load, applied load, as well as the response we are getting, that is solution we are getting, both input and output, both are dependent on time or frequency. It's a time dependent problem or a frequency dependent problem. Okay. The output responses are what? It may be displacements. Until now we have studied displacements, stresses, strains. Now it is displacements, velocities, acceleration, forces and stresses. Now what are the terms we are adding here? Velocity and acceleration. We are adding what? Velocity and acceleration. Why? Because they are time dependent. Velocity is what? Change in displacement with respect to time. The double derivative of change in displacement with respect to time is acceleration. Okay, this is displacement. This is derivative of displacement, double derivative of displacement with respect to time. If we consider time, change in displacement with respect to time, that is velocity. Change in respect velocity with respect to time, it is acceleration. Okay, if we consider time as a variable, then we have to add the parameters such as velocities and accelerations. However, we will study about forces and also the stresses. Here forces and stresses are also time dependent. Forces and stresses are also time dependent. These time or frequency varying characteristics make dynamic analysis more complicated and more realistic than static analysis. This is what I have explained to you. Static analysis, whatever we are getting, the solution whatever we are getting. However, the FEA solution is approximated only. It is not the exact solution. But in some cases, we have to analyze with respect to time, where solution should be more accurate. Our FEA solution, whatever we are getting, if we do in static, it may be far from the actual solution or the exact solution. But sometimes it is required to do for dynamic analysis where we can reach near to the exact solution. Where we can reach near to the exact solution. That is very important. Reaching to that exact solution is very important. Some cases it is required. Okay. That is why. But this dynamic solution, whatever you are getting, is little complicated when compared with the static analysis. This dynamic analysis, this formation of the equations, solution of the equations, analyzing all these things, since they are time dependent, it is little complicated when compared with static analysis. As the number of elements increases and number of nodes increases, it is really difficult. But the solution, if you want the solution which is nearer to the exact solution, in some cases it is required to go for dynamic analysis. Okay, and also dynamic analysis introduces the equations of motion for a single degree of freedom system. Okay, we can consider a single degree of freedom system or multi-degree of freedom system, whatever. But in dynamic analysis, it is very important to analyze the equation of motion, because as we come to dynamic analysis, we have studied already in vibrations, mechanical vibrations. equations of motions are very important. Equations of motions are very important. That is why dynamic analysis introduces the equations of motion. Okay. Once again, what are the difference between static and dynamic analysis? In static analysis, equilibrium equation is given as kq is equal to f, whereas in dynamic analysis it is given as kq plus ma is equal to f. That is one difference. The important parameters to be considered as are in dynamic analysis is a function of time or frequency. The second thing is the load is also depending on time or frequency, whereas the response is also depending on time or frequency. The different responses or the solutions we study are displacements, velocities, acceleration, forces and stresses. Okay, and dynamic analysis are more complicated in nature. They introduces the equation of motion. We come across the equation of motion in dynamic analysis. Now, as I told, the dynamic analysis introduces the equation of motion for a single degree of freedom system. The equation of motions, the basic types of motions in a dynamic analysis are depending on the displacement q. The equation of motion in the equation of motion of dynamic analysis, whatever the dynamic analysis problem you study, we will come across the equation of motion. That is the first point, which depends on the forces of the system. This equation of motion depends on one parameter, that is the displacement parameter. Further, this displacement can be derived into velocity and acceleration, that is continuation of the problem. However, one parameter is very important. The basic types of motion in dynamic analysis are displacement u. The basic displacement u parameter is used in dynamic analysis. And the first and second derivative of the displacement with respect to time, these derivatives are velocity and acceleration respectively. One is the displacement parameter we use. As I told, one is the displacement parameter. The other one is the velocity parameter. The other one is acceleration. There are three parameters which are considered in the equation of motion in dynamic analysis problem. Those three parameters are displacement u, velocity v, and acceleration a. Displacement u, if it is derived with respect to the time, then we obtain velocity v. If displacement u is derived two times, that is d square u by dt square, then it is acceleration a. The acceleration a can also be obtained by differentiating the velocity, that is dv by dt. dv by dt is equal to d square u by dt square. Both are same. Either we have to differentiate displacement twice or differentiate velocity once. Both will result in the response acceleration. Okay. So the three parameters in the equation of motion of dynamic analysis are, what are the three parameters? They are displacement u, velocity v, and acceleration a. Why I am going very slow? Why I am stressing on these points? Because, dear students, module 5, there is no much variations in questions, and as we know, repeated questions will be asked. So before answering the questions, you need to understand the concept. Okay, understanding is very, if you understand, same questions will be asked repeatedly and you can answer very easily. That is why I am stressing. So what are the three parameters in dynamic analysis? Displacement u, velocity v, and acceleration a. Let us study about this displacement, velocity, and acceleration for a single degree of freedom system. What is single degree of freedom system? which this single degree of freedom system means any system or element to be specific in finite element analysis can be expressed by only one degree of freedom. In vibrational analysis or dynamic analysis, what is single degree of freedom system? Single degree of freedom system means there will be only one frequency term, means there is only one displacement, there is only one velocity, there is only one acceleration, there is only one frequency omega. Whereas in multi-degree of freedom system, there are multi frequencies, multi frequencies. So in single degree of freedom system, such as a simple spring mass system, this concept I will continue in the next video. Hope you have understood. Thank you.